Hi, everybody. My name is Sheila Batacharya. I am an assistant professor teaching stream at the University of Toronto, Mississauga. I teach first year writing, and I also designed and deliver a program called Professional English Language Skills, and we call it PELS for short. In this program, I offer 8 modules to students. I publish 1 module per week during each of the semesters, the fall and the winter. Some students are able to use successfully completing PELS for extra credit in courses like Religion 101 or Visual Studies 101. Other students take PELS for co-curricular record transcription through the Center for Student Engagement. That's usually just a handful of students, like maybe 2 or 3 every semester, because most students want to earn extra marks in their credit-bearing courses. And in PELS, students, complete some multiple choice and matching type quizzes, but they also have some written tasks that are assessed by myself and the PELS teaching assistant. And one of the tasks that we give students is to paraphrase and to learn how to paraphrase effectively. So in module 2, so that's the second week of the program, I give students a source, and I'm going to share my poster with you right now to give you a sense of what that source looks like and what the instructions are. Okay, so here's my poster titled Do Better Next Time, AI Use in Online Learning. And I'm just going to zoom in here to give you a sense of the source that I give students. So as you can see, it's a source that's written in the first person by Opie. And it is a source that talks about, linguistic diversity and understanding autism in Maori culture and language. And so students are asked to, write a paraphrase. And what I noticed in their submissions is that after, ChatGPT was launched, I was, receiving submissions that were clearly AI text generated. And so in the spirit of PELS, which prioritizes transparent assessment and prioritizes critical language awareness based on Shapiro's work, I decided to analyze these submissions and reflect that back to students. So present the analysis of Module 2 submissions back to students for the purpose of demonstrating increased AI use, but also the problems that were evident in the AI-generated responses to the Module 2 paraphrase task. So what I did was I, presented some of this statistical analysis to students. So you can see under methodology and findings that 97% of students, so that's 6 out of 688 students who submitted, 96% of those submissions were clearly AI text generated. They were nearly identical in terms of lexis and syntax, and also in terms of errors. So, for example, I'm going to show you an example of, the submission. Many students, would write their paraphrase from the first person as if they were the author of, the source themselves, rather than reporting on the source. So rather than using language like, Opie argues or explains that autism is understood in Maori culture in the following ways, they actually would write something like this. My perspective is based on the fact that people with autism frequently demonstrate unique timing. Going on, they would say, I turned to personal experience, my friend Peter. And so this is clearly, nonsensical. I mean, they are not the author of the source, so they would not be writing in the first person. And so I reflected this back to the students for the purpose of showing students the problem, right? The problem being that when you're using AI generated text in a large class, your instructors and your assessors are going to see the repetition of, language choices and see the repetition of, syntax in the submissions. And that's going to be a giveaway, but also that it doesn't make sense. And, if we are here to learn how to, read critically and write critically, well, then you need to be able to assess the source, analyze it, and report on it, truthfully. So after, sharing this with the students, I did notice that the Module 4 and Module 8 written tasks were far improved, that, student work did not, show common lexical, features. And also, their work just made a lot more sense, right? Especially when it came to Module 8, which is a reflection paper on Samantha Looker's students' rights to their own language. And so I feel that the big takeaway from my curricular intervention and analysis is that, sometimes it's helpful for students to falter. I don't like to say fail, it's very final, but to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, and then be given a chance to actually learn how to acquire the skill, right? In this case, the paraphrasing skill, and then actually demonstrate that they actually know how to do it now. And so I'm, happy to take questions during the presentation of this poster at our session at NeMLA. And I'll leave it up to you to take a closer look at my poster on your own. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.